Welcome everybody to yoga. Let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to get started actually today in kind of a Z shape. So taking your right shin, bring it out in front of you, and then just tuck your left leg behind you as you would if you were in a child's pose. Might have to readjust where the knee and the feet lie, but just try to sit up tall. Get that front knee bent in front, tucking that back leg behind you. We're just going to start to walk those fingertips a little bit forward in front. Take a moment, kind of shift a little side to side. Starting to take this into some bigger movement right away today. Let's go ahead and begin to walk your hands over towards that right side. Nice and easy. We're going to send that left arm up towards the ceiling. Start to open up your chest, adding in your breath. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, closing that left hand back down towards the floor. Nice and easy. Starting to open up. Inhale, reaching back. Exhale, closing. Taking 3 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Close. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Take that one more time. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. From here, begin to walk those fingertips back out in front. Take them a little bit over towards that left side. And a little twist. You can bow your head, chin towards chest. Bring those hands back in front. Go ahead, unwind the legs, switching it out. So sending our left shin in front, tuck that right foot behind us, bending the knee. Take a moment, readjust as you need to. Walking the fingertips a little bit in front when you're ready. Little shifting side to side in the hip. Adding in the movement, so hands towards the left side this time. Finding our easy twist. We'll open that right arm up towards the ceiling, reaching time behind. Inhale. Exhale, closing that right hand down. Inhale, sweep and open. And exhale, twist 3 more times with our breath. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. And twist last time, opening up, reaching high. And right hand comes back down. Start to walk the fingertips back in front. And a little bit over towards the right side. Free to let that chin draw towards our chest. As we raise the hands back in front, finding our way to tabletop. Starting to move fully through our spine. Taking a few rounds, cat and cow in the arch. Exhale, taking a curve. Inhale, cow. And then exhale, cat. A few more rounds. Move through. And making our way back to the tabletop. From here, we'll tuck our toes, start to stretch the legs up and back, finding a down dog. Taking a few breaths, pedal through the feet, alternating heel. Making sure feet are about hip width distance apart. Check in that the hands are as wide as our shoulders, all 10 fingers pointing towards the top of our mat. We're going to inhale, lifting our heels, rolling through our spine, and moving through a cat back to high plank. Bending our knees, glide and stretch into down dog. Inhale, heels up, roll forward, high plank. Knees bend, glide, and press back. Last time, heels up, roll forward, high plank. Knees bend, glide, and stretching back. From here, just taking that right foot, step it up towards our right wrist, a little wide stance. Go ahead, walk front foot or back foot out. Soften that left knee down. Keeping the fingertips on the floor, lifting our chest forward. Plant that left palm, we're going to sweep that right hand forward, rolling it up and back behind us. Again, reach that right hand forward. Big circle up and back. One more time, forward. Big circle up and back. And then reverse, reach that right hand behind us. See if you can look towards the back wall. Circle that hand forward. 2 more times, reach behind. Big circle forward. Last time, reaching back. Big circle forward. Bring that hand down, lifting that back knee. Turn the feet and hands open to a wide forward fold. Option here as you hang out. Maybe finding a little movement, shift side to side, soften the knee. Start to bring our hands back towards the front. Step back right away to our down dog, stretching out both hands and feet. Again, we're going to inhale, lifting our heels, roll forward, high plank. This time, lower all the way down, elbows in. And inhale, cobra, shoulders away from the ears as we lengthen. Release. Press through our tabletop. Tuck the toes, sending our hips up and back, finding down dog. Left leg coming up and forward to our left wrist. Wide stance. You can walk the front foot or back foot out. Tapping right knee down, keeping our chest coming forward. Ground into our right hand. We'll send that left hand forward. Keep that big circle, reaching up and back. Again, forward. Big circle up and back. One more time, reaching forward. Big circle up and back. Now as we reverse it, so you can try to look towards the back wall. Circle up and round. Reach behind. Up and around. One more time, reaching back. Up and around. Planting the palms. Tuck that back knee up. Turning hands and feet open to our wide forward fold. Hanging there for a few breaths. Turning hands and feet back to the front. Step back to our high plank and down dog right away. We're going to inhale, heels up, roll forward, high plank. Elbows in, lower all the way down, keeping the chest lifted. Inhale, cobra. Release, tabletop. Tuck the toes, send the hips up and back, finding down dog. And from here, walk those feet up to our hands, taking our forward fold. Knees bend, chin to chest. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time. As we come all the way up to stand, take the shoulders up and back out of the ears. Pressing down through the feet. And inhale, reach the arms out and up. And we're going to take our left wrist, press the palms towards the ceiling, up and over to the right. Coming back up to stand, switch, taking the right wrist. Press the palms up and over. Inhale, come back up. We're going to bend our knees, weight to our heels, chair. Send those arms wider than the shoulders, sink the hips down. Open twist, sending that right arm back. Start to lift just our left heel. Keep reaching arms, sending our left foot all the way behind us to take our lunge. Reach that right arm behind. Unwinding the arms to find high crescent lunge, shoulders down. Relaxing elbows, palms in. Press that left heel down, reopen the legs, warrior two. Get that front knee forward, lifting right side, reversing warrior. Feel that same side bend. And extending side angle, elbow to the knee or fingertips reaching down. Take that top arm bicep all the way towards the ear. Let your palm face the floor. Coming up, reversing warrior. Go ahead, just straighten that right leg, finding our reverse triangle, lengthen even higher. Rebend our right knee, cartwheel the hands all the way down, finding our low lunge. We're gonna inhale, start to stretch out that right leg any amount. And return to our low lunge, or even tap that left knee down. Starting to move through those legs even deeper. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, lunge one more time. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, lunge. Step back, finding high plank. Press through the heels. From knees or toes, you can come all the way down to cobra or add your up dog. Stretching the arms a little more, lifting the chest higher. Come through your high plank, finding our way to down dog. Take a full round of breath. Bringing feet up to our hands, take our forward fold. Now inhale, halfway lift, find a long flat back. And fold. Knees bend, weight to heels. Take our chair, arms wider than the shoulder. Sending our left arm back, find that twist. Just our right heel lifts first. Keep reaching both arms as we step that right foot behind us, finding our lunge. Unwind the arms, crescent lunge, reaching tall. Palms in, shoulders down. Opening even more, warrior two. Track those left knees and toes forward, arms wide, shoulders down. Reverse warrior, feel that side bend. And extending side angle, elbow to the knee or fingertips reach down. Taking top arm towards our ear, palm facing to the floor. Coming up, reversing warrior. Stay there, then just stretch that left leg, finding reverse triangle. Rebend that left knee, cartwheel the hands down, finding our low lunge. Now we'll inhale, straighten out front leg any amount. Return to low lunge, or even tap that right knee down. A couple more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, stretch. Finding our lunge one more time. Inhale, stretch. Finding our lunge. Now find high plank. From knees or toes, all the way down to cobra or halfway. Taking that up dog, stretching the arm. Turning to your high plank and back to down dog. Lengthen out. From our down dog, we're going to send our right leg out and up. Bring that knee to nose. Just one more like that. Stretch that right leg high. Knee to nose, taking our low lunge. Now we're going to open twist, send our right arm high. And start to turn onto both feet, turning both heels towards our left toes to the right. If it feels better, you can let that hip drop down, or you can keep reaching that hip high. And then turn the feet back towards the front, and then we're going to keep turning open. Adjust heels and toes in and out, finding our side lunge. Just starting to move through the hips a little bit more. Send our hips back up. Turn the feet to the front first. Then keep turning them all the way to that right. Reach our right arm up and back. Maybe you add a little circle through the arm. Turning feet and hands forward. And then open to the side. Settle into that right knee. Couple more times. Forward. And up and back. That hip drops. Turning on the feet and heels. Open to that right side. Take that one more time to the front. Keep turning on those toes, reaching back. Up and open. We're going to settle into this side lunge, heels and toes out, bending into that right knee as low as we need to be. We can be up a little bit higher, toe down. Turning back to our front to find our low lunge. Step your back foot in, heel down. Toes stay pointing forward. Keep that bend into our right knee as we come to warrior one, reaching high. Front knee bend, stretch the back leg, hips are forward. We're going to interlace our hands behind us. Reaching knuckles down. Lifting chin and chest slightly first. Top of our head coming towards that right knee, humble warrior. If hands want to float away from the spine to increase the shoulder stretch, or you can let them anchor to our low back. Maybe try to straighten the elbows there, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Hands to our low back. We'll slide down the legs, return to our warrior one, reaching tall. We're going to see if we can come forward, maybe start to float that left knee up towards our chest, take a little balance. If you need to step that foot down for a moment before you bring it up, we're going to take figure four, crossing our left ankle over that right thigh. Start to sink the hips down and back. Almost like chair, if you want to keep reaching the arms forward as you send your hips behind you. That can increase the stretch. Or maybe even fingertips start to reach towards the floor. You can challenge your balance. Hands towards that right leg. Couple more breaths. See if we can make our way back up to standing. Step down through both feet. Take a big inhale. Release our forward fold. Just step back to your high plank. Holding that high plank. Flow a chaturanga if you'd like. Knees, toes, cobra or up dog. Finding our way back to our down dog. Just take one breath. We're going to send our left toes out and up as we inhale. Exhale, knee comes forward. Take that one more time. Stretch it up. Bring that left foot forward. Low lunge. Now from here, just open twist the left arm high. Move through those hips, so turning both toes towards the left, heels to the right. Hip can stay higher, you can let it drop down. I'm going to reach up, turn both feet forward. Then keep turning open, adjust the heels and toes out, in as we bend into our left knee. Finding that side lunge. Again, hips high, turn the feet forward to that left side as we open that left arm. Reaching back up and forward. Readjust that back foot as we bend. Stay. Couple more times, moving through the hips, turning open up and back. Reaching high. Forward one more time. Up and back. Just know we're going to settle and meet in that left knee bend, finding that side lunge. Feel free to press that right foot down, readjust the hips and your height. And turning back to the front, we'll step our back foot in closer. Heel is going to touch down, bending into our front knee as we rise up to warrior one. So left knee bend, straighten that right leg, hips are forward. Trying the opposite, thumb on top, shoulders down, lifting the chin and chest. Top of our head coming forward, humble warrior. Again, hands can float away. Or straighten out the elbows and keep reaching them behind you. Resting a little bit towards our low back as we squeeze the shoulder blades together. Hands to our low back, release the hands, slide down the legs, return into warrior one. You start to rock forward, take your time, see if you can take a moment to balance, bringing right knee up towards our chest. Again, you can tap it down first. Then moving into figure four, right ankle over the left thigh. Think almost chair, so bend the knees. Let's drop low and back. Arms can continue to reach forward. Or maybe hands want to reach down towards the floor, maybe towards that left leg. Making our way back up, bringing both feet together, reaching high, take a big inhale. Exhale, release to our forward fold just for a moment. Hanging out, you can separate those feet just a little bit. And bring those feet closer together. We're going to bend our knees, finding our chair. Hips are low, reaching high. Sending that right arm back. Lifting that left heel. Send those left toes back to find our lunge. Now we're going to reach that right hand down. Reach the left arm towards the ceiling, finding a little deeper back bend. Square to warrior, high crescent lunge. And warrior twos, open up wide. This time straightening that right leg as a reverse triangle, lifting up the back. Then finding our triangle, reach that right arm and ribs forward, kick your left hip higher. And out and down, a deep triangle. And maybe top arm comes towards our ear. And instead we roll that left shoulder, hand towards our low back. Press into the feet, reach that right arm out and up, reversing triangle. Hands cartwheel to front foot, taking our low lunge. We're going to step right back into our high plank. Hold here. Sending our hips high, finding our down dog. Here we're going to send those right toes up towards the ceiling. Bend that knee, dropping our heel towards our left hip. Looking underneath that right shoulder. And then scoop that right knee across our chest. Kick that right foot out to the side. Turning onto both feet and turning on that right shoulder, making sure it's over our wrist. And start to open that left arm towards the ceiling, finding almost like an inverted tabletop. Maybe that left arm reaches overhead and find a little deeper back bend. And then unwind, bring that left hand back down, unwind the legs, step back, finding our down dog. Feet come up to our hands, taking our forward fold. Knees bend, coming to chair, reaching up. Sending that left arm behind. Lifting our right heel. Send those right toes back, finding our lunge first. Keep reaching left arm down, right arm up, finding a little back bend. Square off to crescent lunge first. Then warrior twos, open up. We'll straighten that left knee and left side reverse triangle. Then reaching our left arm and our ribs forward. Let your right hip come up higher. To reach down to find our triangle. Again, maybe your top arm comes towards the ear. Or maybe you roll that shoulder, hand towards your low back. Pressing into the legs, reach out and up, reversing triangle. Hands cartwheel front foot, taking low lunge. Step back, high plank. Sending our hips high, finding down dog. We'll send those left toes up, bend the knees, and heel dropping open towards our right hip. Maybe look underneath that left shoulder. Scoop that left leg across our body. As we kick that foot out, shift forward a little bit towards the hand. So as you turn on both feet, opening that left shoulder, and reaching our right arm high, find that inverted tabletop, or press the hips higher, maybe arm overhead, deeper back bend. We'll unwind, bring that right hand down, scoop that left foot back, finding our down dog, stretching out long. Slowly start to bend the knees, take your time, lowering these all the way to the ground, finding our tabletop. We'll sink the hips towards our heels, just sitting up nice and tall. On the legs from here, you can either stay seated, hips on our heels, and bringing hands to our low back, or you can come all the way up onto your shins and tuck the back toes. Wherever you are, hands at our low back. We're going to draw the elbows towards each other, puffing the chest up a little bit higher towards the ceiling, then taking a little back bend here, lifting chest high. If we're all the way up on our knees, slight engagement in the glutes. Maybe it feels okay to reach one hand towards the ankle, keep the other hand on our low back. If one hand is on our ankle, come out for a moment and then switch. Bringing the other hand to our ankle. Hands to our low back. Coming back up, release those toes if we need to, bringing hips back towards our heels. Go ahead, just bend the top of the head forward, hands reaching towards our feet. Finding a version of a child's pose here. Take a couple full deep breaths, forehead to the floor. Maybe some small rocking side to side in the hips and the forehead. Once you're ready, you can go ahead, make your way back up, coming into a bound angle pose, soles of the feet together, knees wide. We'll just take it more of a diamond shape, nice and long, just lifting up tall through the chest. From here, goalpost the arms, so elbows straight out from our shoulders. And we'll bring our palms towards each other, and you can either stay here, pressing elbows in and thinking about keeping our arms away. So rather than the elbows totally bent, see if you can kind of reach them a little bit out on a longer diagonal without lifting the shoulders. So shoulders staying down, and we're trying to press our arms slightly forwards. Palms staying together for this shape, or if it feels okay without compromising the shoulders, you can bring your left elbow underneath, finding those eagle arms. But we're going to imagine a clock in front of us, so reach the fingertips up a little bit towards 12, and then slowly taking a circle clockwise, fingertips reaching down towards 6, over towards the 9, coming back up, and just take maybe 2 more circles on your own time, that same direction, going clockwise. Your ribs and your upper body can kind of respond, head and neck. And now taking 2 more circles that same clockwise direction, and maybe adding a little bit curve in your upper back as you reach forward, coming up and around, maybe start to hinge at your hips. Forward, up and around, and then go ahead, if you just had your palms together, start small and go counterclockwise. Do an eagle arm, switch and bring your right elbow underneath, and then start the counterclockwise. Keeping it small to start. And then when you're ready, you start to make it a little bit bigger, maybe hinging further at the hips, larger clock, where you can start to curve and add in the upper back. And as you find your way back towards 12, then you can just unwind the arms, shake it out, roll the shoulders a couple times, maybe even draw elbows as circles, opening up the chest. Heels can come in a little bit closer towards our hips and then folding forward and down. Similar to how we began class, so hands can stay forward or they can walk just a little bit towards one corner. Switch hands a little bit over towards the other corner, just slightly. Returning back to the middle. Just gently setting ourselves up. We'll plant our feet about hip width distance apart. Keeping those knees bent for a moment and just bring the hands either on top of our shins or underneath the knees. Take a big inhale and use your whole exhale to roll down just part way. Once you finish that exhale, find your inhale and roll back up through the spine. And exhale, start the roll just to the end of your breath. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, roll. Inhales up. Exhale, roll. One more, inhale up. Exhale, roll. Inhale up. Straightening out the legs. This time we're going to add folding forward. So hands forward, taking our inhale. Exhale, just roll to the end of your breath. Inhale, come up. Then exhale, reaching forward to the end of your breath. Inhale up. Exhale, roll down, end of our breath. Inhale up. Exhale, fold, end of our breath. Keep moving through this a couple times. Take it even slower in the body and just nice and smooth with the breath. Move through one more full round back and forward. And once you finish out coming forward, then you inhale and sit tall. Just hold there, sitting nice and tall, relaxing the shoulders. Go ahead from here. You can just kind of bend your knees in, cross the ankles, tuck the toes, and just standing up into a forward fold, keeping it nice and easy. Feet can be pretty wide, head hanging over. Allow your head to gently nod, yes. Gently shake it, no. Keeping those knees soft and bent. Chin to our chest. Take a whole round of breath and inhale and exhale. And then a second inhale to roll all the way up. Stand. Once we come up, take those shoulders up and back away from the ears. We're just going to close out by standing tall, pressing down through both feet. Flex your hands, so fingertips reaching away. You start to just lift those arms slightly, pressing out on a low diagonal. Tip your right ear towards your right shoulder. Give yourself a few breaths. Close the eyes. Gently bring the head back to the center and then just switch, gently tapping left ear towards our shoulder. Keep reaching those arms away, eyes closed, breathe. Gently bring the head back to the center. Just let those arms float back down. Just breathe, give yourself a couple inhales and exhale. Great work, everybody. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.